Looking for diversified exposure to alternative energy? They've got ETFs for that. Horizons ETFs, ETF solutions for every investor.
It's time for our interesting stories chat with Richard Southern. And Richard, a long-lost but famous UFO photo has been found.
This is an interesting one, Erica. I'm going to show it to you, but I want to give you the backstory on this first because it's important. We're going to look at a little dramatization of what happened on August 4th, 1990. This is in Scotland. Two young men who were working as chefs in a nearby hotel near Cavan, Scotland, decided to go for a hike in the hills after a long day in the kitchen. They hadn't gone far when they saw a huge, solid, diamond-shaped object they described as 100-foot long, hovering silently in the sky above them. They hid in the bushes and moments later heard a sound of a jet that circled this object. The men took out a camera they had, fired off 6 frames. At that point, the object shot away in an instant. The two men took the negatives to one of Scotland's biggest papers, the Daily Record. The paper, though, didn't print a story or the pictures. They instead passed the pictures on to the Scottish Ministry of Defence. The pics then disappeared. But last week, a reporter for the Daily Mail in London tracked down a retired 83-year-old RAF officer who had kept one of the pictures. This is it, Erica. It is a black and white photo on color paper. What it is, of course, is unknown. The 83-year-old who turned this over to the paper last week actually believes it's a man-made advanced tech. But many, though, are in agreement that we're looking here at one of the best UFO pictures ever taken. How about that, Erica?
That's really interesting. Of all the ones that I've seen, I haven't seen that many, but that one looks like the clearest. Pretty interesting. Okay.
Truth is out there.
The truth is out there. A new survey finds Canadians prefer the metric system, but they don't always use it. Do
you have a favorite? Metric or imperial? What side are you on, Erica?
I don't have a favorite. It's not really something I think about that often.
Well, you know what? We don't, but we actually kind of use both. Canada went to the metric system in 1970, right? But we still kind of use both. There's a new poll out. 56% want to keep the metric system, but 80% measure a person's height in feet and inches, not in meters and centimeters like we should be doing under the metric system. 76% use pounds when calculating weight, not kilograms. 59% measure oven temperature in Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Of course, we do tend to use kilometers over miles, but kind of funny how we kind of use a hybrid there, don't we?
Yeah, a bit of a hybrid. I think we all just need to get it together and pick one.
Yes, we do.
Okay, finally, remember McDonald's mascot, the Hamburglar? Well, he probably should have been called in to deal with the final story, Richard.
I was more of a Grimace guy myself, Erica.
I like the Hamburglar, I gotta say.
He's good. You know,
yeah,
he had a bit of a bad streak in him. Mischievous, indeed. A 24-year-old man in Georgia was upset when his fries at his local McDonald's arrived cold. So upset he phoned the police. Cops arrived and weren't too interested in the French fries, were interested to find out that the man had outstanding warrants. He was a suspect in a murder of an alleged drug deal gone wrong. It was a Mick arrest that took place after he was tased, Erica, and off to prison. He went, we don't like cold French fries, I know, but still.
Seems
I wouldn't
pretty
turn myself in
logical
over
that if you have a warrant, you probably shouldn't call the cops because they would know that, right?
I'll just put them in the microwave. Heat the fries up.
There you go. Okay, thanks, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.